Here are 10 unforgettable moments when LeBron James defied expectations and solidified his legacy moments that transformed the chosen one into a king. LeBron's playoff debut was one of the most anticipated in league history. In just his third season, he carried a franchise that hadn't seen the postseason in 7 years. The pressure was immense, but LeBron delivered in a major way. Against the Wizards in Game 1 of the 2006 playoffs, he recorded 32 points, 11 rebounds, and 11 assists, becoming only the third player in NBA history to post a triple-double in their playoff debut. At just 21 years old, he became the youngest player to ever record a 30-point triple-double in the playoffs. In Game 5 of the 2007 Eastern Conference Finals, LeBron had a chance to make history by leading the Cavaliers past the dominant Detroit Pistons, who were making their 5th straight conference finals appearance. With the series tied 2-2 and the game heading into double overtime, James took over the final 16 minutes. He scored 29 of the Cavaliers' last 30 points, including the team's final 25, shooting 11 for 13 from the field during that stretch. He single-handedly carried Cleveland to a 109-107 win. Surrounded by 4 defenders on his final drive, he somehow managed to glide to the rim for the game-winning layup. Afterward, Pistons guard Chauncey Billups admitted, "We threw everything we had at him. We just couldn't stop him." Some moments live on forever, even if they happen in the first quarter of a regular season game. One of those came in 2012 against the Chicago Bulls, as Mario Chalmers set a back screen for LeBron. John Lucas III found himself caught in the wrong place at the wrong time. Dwayne Wade lobbed a perfect alley-oop, and LeBron took flight, completely clearing Lucas's head without even using a hand for leverage before slamming it down. It wasn't just a dunk. It was a physics-defying moment of athletic dominance that's still talked about more than a decade later. Game 6 of the 2012 Eastern Conference Finals was perhaps the most pressure-packed game of LeBron's career to that point. Down 3-2 to the Celtics, another early playoff exit loomed for the Miami Heat's Big Three, and LeBron's critics were circling like vultures. But on that night in Boston, LeBron put together a performance for the ages. 45 points on 19 of minus 26, shooting 15 rebounds, and complete control from start to finish. The Heat forced a Game 7 and went on to win the championship. It was a moment where pressure met preparation and the King rose not in the 2016 NBA Finals. The Cavaliers found themselves down 3-1 to a record-setting 73-win Warriors team. No team had ever come back from such a deficit in the finals. Yet LeBron believed. Over the next 2 games, he erupted 4 back-to-back 41-point games, adding 24 rebounds, 18 assists, 7 steals, and 6 blocks. Then, in Game 7, he sealed the greatest comeback in finals history with a triple-double, 27 points, 11 rebounds, and 11 assists, plus 3 blocks and 2 steals. He became the first player ever to lead all players in points, rebounds, assists, steals, and blocks in a final series. More importantly, he delivered Cleveland its first ever NBA title, a promise fulfilled, 13 years after he was drafted by his hometown team. One of the most iconic plays in NBA history came in that same Game 7, with less than 2 minutes to play, and the score tied. The Warriors had a fast break opportunity. Andre Iguodala looked certain to score until LeBron flew in from nowhere to block the shot against the backboard. The chase-down block preserved the tie and shifted momentum. Without it, Cleveland might not have finished a comeback. The moment is now simply known as blocked by James. These moments are just a few of the countless times LeBron James did the unthinkable. Each one added a layer to his legend, showing not only his physical gifts, but his will, focus, and leadership. These are the moments that turned the chosen one into the king. LeBron James' iconic block in Game 7 of the 2016 NBA Finals. Wasn't just a highlight, it was a turning point in basketball history. With under 2 minutes left and the game tied, Andre Iguodala had a clear path to the basket for what looked like an easy layup to give the Warriors the lead. But LeBron had other plans. Covering an impossible amount of ground, he met Iguodala at the backboard and timed his jump perfectly to deny the shot. The block itself was stunning, but the context made it even more powerful. With everything on the line, LeBron's supernatural athleticism.
Iguodala to Curry, back to Iguodala, up for the layup. Oh, blocked by James. LeBron James with the rejection.
And relentless will to win came through in a way few players ever could. That single play may have saved the game and the championship for Cleveland. After 52 years without a title, LeBron delivered. And he made it clear in his emotional message. Cleveland, this is for you. In 2017, the Cavaliers were down 3 points to the Wizards with just 3 seconds left, no timeouts, and the ball under their own basket. For most teams, that situation would be a formality. The game effectively over. But LeBron James doesn't believe in over until the buzzer sounds. Kevin Love launched a full-court pass, which LeBron caught with his back to the hoop, and a defender draped on him. Without hesitating, LeBron took one dribble to step beyond the three-point line, turned in midair, and launched a fadeaway bank shot over a contesting defender. The ball hit the glass and dropped in at the buzzer, tying the game. Just getting that shot off was improbable. Hitting it was flat-out ridiculous. The crowd was stunned. The Wizards were devastated, and the legend of LeBron grew even more in the 2018 playoffs. The Cavaliers entered as the 4th seed, LeBron's lowest playoff seeding in a decade. If Cleveland was going to make it back to the finals, LeBron would have to carry an enormous load, and that's exactly what he did. The first round against the Pacers went 7 games. In Game 5, LeBron blocked Victor Oladipo's potential go-ahead layup, then nailed the game-winning 3 at the buzzer. In the decisive Game 7, he dropped 45 points, grabbed 8 rebounds, and handed out 7 assists. In the second round, Cleveland swept the Raptors aside with ease. LeBron hit another buzzer beater in Game 3, and by then it was clear this postseason was his to dominate. The Eastern Conference Finals against Boston pushed LeBron to the limit. He responded with back-to-back masterpieces in Games 6 and 7, sending Cleveland to the finals yet again, though the Cavaliers were ultimately swept by the powerhouse Warriors. LeBron's performance throughout the playoffs was one for the ages. He averaged 34 points, 9.1 rebounds, and 9 assists on over 50% shooting. He recorded 7 40-point games, 1 50-point game, 4 triple-doubles, and 15 double-doubles. Many players won't hit those numbers in a full career. LeBron did it in one postseason from 2016 to 2018. Toronto had one major problem: LeBron James for 3 straight seasons. The Raptors ran into LeBron's Cavaliers in the playoffs each time they were eliminated. Cleveland won 12 of 14 games across those series, and LeBron was the common denominator in all of them. He averaged over 31 points, 8 rebounds, and nearly 8 assists per game against Toronto in under 40 minutes per night, while shooting almost 60% from the field. Every year, the Raptors entered as one of the top seeds, 2nd in 2016, 3rd in 2017, and 1st in 2018. It didn't matter. LeBron dominated regardless. In Game 2 of their 2018 matchup, LeBron put up 43 points with dazzling footwork, fadeaways, and pinpoint passing. ESPN's Mark Jones famously declared during the broadcast, "They don't call it Toronto anymore. It's When LeBron finally left the Eastern Conference, the Raptors made the finals for the first time in franchise history, a direct result of their long-standing roadblock finally being removed. Despite the saying that Father Time is undefeated, LeBron continues to test that theory. At age 37, in his 19th NBA season, he averaged 30.3 points, 8.2 rebounds, and 6.2 assists while shooting over 50% from the floor. Those numbers aren't just impressive, they're historic. No player in NBA history has maintained that level of performance so deep into their career. For comparison, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar averaged 14 points in his 19th season. Tim Duncan managed 8. Vince Carter and Carmelo Anthony were in the low teens, and Jason Kidd only scored 6. LeBron's stats weren't just good for his age, they were MVP. If the Lakers had won more games, or if fans weren't so used to him making history, he would have been a frontrunner in the MVP race. The fact that his brilliance is sometimes taken for granted